What's up YouTube? This is Galactic God. I'm here today with another deck profile. I'm doing this in conjunction with the Underground members. I'm going to be reviewing my Fabled deck. Up first is Fabled Guillermo. This is pretty much your Rhoda of the deck. Whenever you have a Fabled monster on the field, you can discard it to the graveyard to then add any Fabled monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty awesome. Definitely a staple. Definitely should be played in 3. Up next, the Fabled Cruz. Essentially, whenever she is discarded for any reason to the graveyard, you're gonna add one Fabled, or I'm sorry, not add, special summon one Fabled monster from your graveyard to the field. She just can't do herself. Awesome for Fabled decks, as a lot of their effects, revolve around being discarded. Up next, one of the newer Fabled cards, the Fabled Cerebus. Basically, it's a tuner monster, and whenever it's discarded, it's special summoned to the field. Really good for Fable. It's 2-star, and it's good because now Fable has a tuner that can be special summoned straight out by being discarded. Up next, we're going to have 2 of the Fabled Ganashka. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Essentially, he works the same way. Whenever he's discarded, he can special summon right out. He's a non-tuner. He's level 3. When he special summons this way, he goes up a couple hundred attack points. But when he leaves the field after that, he is then removed from play. But mostly you're going to be using him to discard and then tune. I also like to play 2 of the Fabled Lori. Essentially, whenever it's discarded, you special summon it. It's a 1-star, so it works great with getting out Formula Synchron. Next, we're playing 2 of the Fabled Sith. Whenever this card is discarded, you get to destroy 1 face-up card on the field. So that's kind of cool. You discard it for a cost of something and then get to destroy another card. Pretty cool. 1-star tuner as well. I play 1 of the Fabled Silkius. You've got a pretty cool effect. Essentially, you send 2 Fabled cards from, or any 2 cards really, from your hand to the graveyard to then special summon him. Works good if you send a couple of Fabled monsters, maybe send these 2 out. Special summon him from the graveyard. These 2 come straight right back out. Instant level 9 Syncro. You can form right into your Trishula. 1 quick play. Up next, we got the Fabled Galabas. Essentially, you discard 1 card from your hand, destroy 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Pretty cool. It's monster removal in the form of a Fabled monster. Also lets you discard, so pretty handy. And the last monster I'm playing is the Fabled Kushino. Essentially, if it's in the graveyard, you can discard 1 Fabled monster from your hand to the graveyard to then add this card back to your hand. Works out good if you just need to get a Fabled card into the graveyard, be able to special summon and start a cycle going. Onto the spells and traps. I'm not running Pot of Duality. Instead, I've decided to run Hand Destruction. I think this works out a lot better in the Fabled deck. Pot of Duality tends to, stop your special summoning, and this deck can move quite fast. Will move even faster once Hyper Librarian comes out. Essentially, you just discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Both you and your opponent have to do this, so if your opponent doesn't have 2 cards, it means you can't play it, but hopefully most of the time they will. Then you get both your Fabled monsters effects, usually special summoning themselves to the field, and then you get 2 more new cards. Great for the Fabled deck. Next up, I'm playing 2 Dark Core. This is kind of an older card. Essentially, you discard 1 card and then remove 1 face-up monster on the field. It's pretty cool because it doesn't destroy it; it just removes it straight up. So effects that save monsters from being destroyed won't work against it. Um, Plus, you get that extra effect of getting the Fabled special summon by discarding. Um, Most people aren't expecting to see it. Their monster goes out of play. Pretty cool. For mass monster removal, we're also playing Lightning Vortex. One monster reincarnation. One copy of 1-for-1, because there's quite a bit of 1-stars in the deck. One mind control. So there's a ton of tuners in here. Always an easy way to synchro. One Book of Moon. One Giant Trunade. One Monster Reborn. One Dark Hole. And 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Onto the traps. I've decided to go with a little bit of an unorthodox lineup. We're going to go with 2 Magic Jammers, essentially stopping any spell card your opponent might be playing, and you also get your discard effect. Very handy, very old school. Also playing 2 Divine Wraths. Discarding again, very useful in this deck. And you get to negate any effect of a monster once it's activated, and then destroy that monster. And then finally I'm playing 2 Karma Cuts. You discard a card and then remove from play any face-up monster on the field, and then any all other copies that maybe of that same monster you just removed in your opponent's graveyard. So if they have any kind of monster they're playing multiples of, maybe remove a face-up spy, get rid of the rest of the spies in the graveyard, something of that nature. Okay, that's it for the spells and traps. Moving on to the Syncros. Playing 3 of the Fabled Reagan. Probably one of the main Syncros for the deck, level 5. When he's Synchro summoned, it allows you to draw up to 2 cards, depending on, of course, your hand size. Very cool effect. We're also playing 2 of the Fabled Unicorn. Level 4 Synchro, works out great in this deck. Just one of the Fabled Leviathan. And then just one of the Fabled Valkyris. A little more situational these cards are. I'm also playing 2 Formula Synchrons. Lots of level 1s in the deck, so lots of easy ways to get it out. 1 Stardust Dragon. 1 Black Rose Dragon. 1 Brionic. And then 3 of the Trishula. Trishula is relatively easy to make in the deck. And, Trishula coming out can definitely wreck your opponent's field, hand, the graveyard, whatever strategy they're going with. And that's pretty much it. That's my Fabled deck. Alright, YouTube, looking for any kind of feedback, notes, what you think is working, what you think won't work. I'm hoping to have maybe a duel up with this deck pretty soon. But of course, always looking for any kind of comments or suggestions on ways to improve it. Alright, and that's my Fabled deck.